Hey you, how's it going? My name is Ruubez and today I'm just going to give you a little update for my 30 before 30. So in case you weren't aware, I have a list of 30 things that I want to do before the age of 30, hence 30 before 30. And these vary from living in Manchester or Leeds for a month, working at a different job to the one that I had when I wrote this list, to buying an iMac. And recently I ticked off another thing, and I've been doing a video for every time I've ticked something off, in some cases more than one. There's a link to the previous updates in one of these corners. I don't know which one. So the one that I'm going to be talking about in this specific video though is that I had an article that I wrote published on a third-party site. So when I originally came up with this list, I was still at university studying music journalism, and honestly I don't think I could have envisioned what the article that I wrote for a third-party site would have been at that point. Because the last thing I would have expected it to be would be something in sports journalism. If you've been watching my A Week Ago vlogs, you'll have seen that I've been very vocal recently regarding the confirmation of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, and my friend George runs a journalism site called Spotlight Pro and was like, do you want to write something about this, because you know this is what you've been talking about. And I was like, go on then, because I've been wanting to get back into writing for a very long time, because writing is one of the things that has a pathway into my career. It's a stepping stone, at least, being an active journalist, you know. But I've not really had, you know, the oomph to actually write anything, despite having several blogs and websites and things that I've paid for. You know, I haven't really been up to it. And then along came this opportunity to get my thoughts and feelings down on the pure blatant hypocrisy and tone deafery of Formula 1 to announce that they were going to be racing in Saudi Arabia on the end of a season where they've been apparently saying that they race as one. Not a good look, sweetie. It goes without saying that there's a link to this article in the description. I suggest you go and read it if you haven't. But TLDR, thank you George and Spotlight Pro for allowing me to write my first ever article for a third-party site, because previously I've written for blogs and I've written for Radio Hood, but when I was writing for Radio Hood, I was in charge of publishing things for Radio Hood, so I had the final say on whether it got published or not. It didn't matter. But now someone else thinks that my writing was good enough to publish, and that's the aspect of why it's so important for me to be publishing something on a third-party site. Now I just need to keep up that momentum. So to end the video, I'll just give a brief summary of where I'm at with my 30 before 30. Attend Leeds Fest, done. Go to a Pride event, done. Adopt a cat, not yet. Finish and publish my book, not yet. I need to get back on that, and I'm hoping that this writing, you know, triumph will, you know, get me back on that. Present on a radio station that's actually paid me to be there, that would be really nice. Don't think it's gonna happen whilst, you know, all this COVID bullshit's going on. Go on a holiday myself, did that. Assemble a photo album, I'm working on that. I'm also working on a Ruubez Media photo zine thing, so learn to cook properly, that's something that's kind of going on hold. Go to a fancy restaurant, not done yet. Attend a Coventry game. It would be really nice if they could sort out this COVID stuff by the time Coventry are playing in Huddersfield, because then I could just go down the road to see Coventry. See a musical on the West End, fingers crossed the West End survives lockdown. Work at a different job. Trust me, I'm working on it. Get out of my overdraft. Ha. Live in Manchester or Leeds for at least a month. Certainly in my agenda. Attend a summer in the city weekend. Probably not going to happen this year. Definitely not going to happen this year. Acquire a boy/girlfriend. Well, it happened. Learn to drive. Completed it, mate. Join a gym. Probably not during lockdown. Start doing yoga. Again, I could probably do that at home, to be honest. Just don't have the motivation. Attend a gig in a foreign country, done that. Read the Game of Thrones book series, done that so far. Buy an iMac, I would love to. Graduate university with a 2-1. I did university twice and graduated with a first and then a distinction, so I'm smart. Attempt a Harry Potter marathon. Despite the turfery bullshit, still gonna attempt this. Have an article I write published on a third-party site, did it. Watch all the movies I currently own on DVD, Blu-ray. Lockdown's probably the time to attempt that. Get a cat-related tattoo. Working on it. Need money. Start a podcast. Hey, I had Frank Turner on my podcast the other day. You should probably go listen to that. Link's in the description. and put together a gig scrapbook. Again, working on it. So I hope you appreciated that update regarding my 30 before 30 bucket list. If you got a 30 before 30, what's on it? Let me know in the comments below and we'll have a chat and we'll compare our bucket lists. If you're over the age of 30, just what is on your bucket list? And if you don't have a bucket list, what would be on it? I'm genuinely curious to know. If you did enjoy this video and want to support me further than just leaving a like or subscribing, you can support me on Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, you can get early access to videos and you can basically see behind the scenes, and you can support me financially as well. So who doesn't want to do that? If a reoccurring subscription is what's putting you off, I do have a coffee as well, links in the description. But also, if you did enjoy that video, do all that generic YouTube stuff, like, share, comment, subscribe, etc, etc. As always, I've been Ruby Price and I shall see you next time. Adios, bye.